Okay, so we've made our burgers, and Matt and Ruben are going to sit down and try this crazy thing I tried to show you guys. Didn't come out perfect, but
smells great, man.
Yeah, I think we're all looking for something that tastes good. So I think we're gonna
smells amazing.
We're gonna find out here. So have at it. Let's see.
For one, this burger is so huge. Like I'm trying to figure out how to put my mouth around for a good bite here.
Right.
But
delicious.
Let's conquer this here.
You like that, Matt?
Good taste.
Yeah. It was a worthy project.
Oh. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad you guys like it.
Man.
Cool.
Cheese, bacon, like all the flavor in there. That's spot on.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome back to Outdoor Cooking Adventures with knynmanrog. I'm Roger, and I'm glad you could join us. Today I'm here in the Daddle Mountains in west central New Mexico, and it's been a couple of years since I've had a chance to put out a cooking adventure because of some health issues. Won't even get into that, but we made it back out to the mountains, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. And so obviously we're here in New Mexico, and if you go into Mexico, just about every street corner has their version of a green chili bacon cheeseburger, and they're all over the place. Everyone, they're all good. Everyone has their way of doing it, but today I'm going to show you how I do my green chili bacon cheeseburger. And obviously, whenever we do a show, we try to highlight something here from New Mexico, and we're highlighting our green chili that actually came from Wagner Farms. And Wagner Farms is growing somewhere in the mid-Rio Grande Valley. And so it's a homegrown chili, and so that's what we're going to highlight today. But we're going to make green chili bacon cheeseburgers. So let's get started. So I'm going to have, I have some bacon here that has been chopped up. And I have our homegrown green chili, and I have our ground beef. And so there's 3 of us here today. So we are going to make 3 burgers. Now the whole idea is to make this the day before, and then put it in the fridge, let it set, and then the next day cook it. We're in the mountains, so we're gonna set it up today and get it ready to cook tomorrow. But this is something you could do at home. If you're gonna have some kind of event, do this the day before, break out these killer burgers, and you will definitely impress someone. So we're gonna make 3 burgers, and what I have here to start with is I have 3 3.5-inch rings for cooking. So with my clean hands, I'm going to take some of this bacon, and we're going to line the bottoms of our ring, okay? And we're going to put a little bit there, a little bit here, and then we're going to put some here. And this is going to be the bottom part of our burger. This is our bacon part of it. And got to be sure not to put too much bacon, because then there's a problem with it cooking all the way through. You want to get that nice crispy bacon. So once you get the bacon in the bottom of the ring, you're going to spread it out nice and evenly, okay? And we're going to do all 3 of them where it's spread out nice and evenly, like that. And then we get the 3rd one here, and we get it all spread out nice and pretty. That's going to be our bacon part of our burger. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our blue cheese. So give me a second, and we'll be right back, and I'm going to pull the blue cheese out of the cooler. Okay, I apologize for not having my act together. I had the blue cheese in the cooler. I should have had it pulled out. We got that taken care of, and I got some good blue cheese here. So we're going to use that as our next layer in our green chili bacon cheeseburgers. So we're going to take a little bit of this blue cheese, and not a whole lot, and we'll kind of line the bottoms of our pot, and we're going to put it on top of our bacon. This is the real stuff. So we'll put that in there like that. Make sure you get a good layer of it. In my opinion, you can't have too much blue cheese. So we're going to do it like that. Okay, there's the cheese part of our burger. We got the bacon and the cheese in it in our layers. So our next step is going to be to add our homegrown New Mexico green chili, and it is some good stuff. I buy this in bulk and then freeze it at home. So we'll be putting our green chili layer on top of the cheese, Just like that. Good, nice layer of green chili. This is not super hot stuff, but the longer you leave it in the freezer, the warmer it gets, and it's been a few months, so it'll have a little bit of a bite to it, which is what we want. Okay, I might as well just put it all out there. Looks like I eyed it about right. And I ended up cutting 3 green chilies for this project, and it works out about right. Use a chili for each burger. Okay, we've got that set. Man, my mouth is already watering. I can't wait. Okay, so then our next step is we are going to add our beef. And we took a pound of beef and it's sliced in thirds because you're going to use 1/3 of a pound of ground beef on this burger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our beef in the ring, and then we'll season the top of it, because the green chili and the blue cheese will give you lots of flavor on the other end of it. So we're going to just kind of pack it in the ring like this, and then we have a special packer, and we'll take this and we'll just pack it in nice and tight. Alright, just like that. And that's the way we're going to do it, and we'll be right back. We're going to get these 3 ready and then show you what we do from there. Alright, I went ahead and finished building the rest of the burgers. Nothing like cooking in the outdoors and having a cold beer to do it with, so that's what we're doing. And my next step, now that we have all this put together, is we're going to add a little bit of spices, but we're not going to get fancy with it because the green chili and the blue cheese will do a lot. So we're going to add salt, and we're going to add sea salt. Then the next we're going to do some fresh ground pepper, and we're going to add pepper to this bad boy. Alright, and then the next step, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic powder to this thing, and this is a brand new container, so I'm gonna open this up here real quick, and we're just gonna add just a touch of garlic because we don't want to overpower it. So just a little bit for flavoring, like that, and a little bit like that. And then last but not least is the onions, and I haven't opened them either. This is minced onions, and I'm the kind of guy that doesn't really like a whole lot of onions on your burger, and so I'll use the minced onions, and that's what we're going to use here. And we'll just put a little bit on there, not a whole lot. We don't want to overpower anything. So that's going to be it for now. Now the trick is to we're going to let these things set overnight. And I'm going to put them in my glass container that I have, and I'm not sure where I set that at. It's right here. That's right in front of me. Swing. Okay, so we're going to put this here, and this is what we're going to use to store our burgers in overnight. Because what we want to do is we want to give them about 24 hours to set in the ring. So we're going to put these in here, cover it up, and then we will be back tomorrow to finish the video. So we're going to do that like that. Set that one in there, and these have their own plates at the bottom. So we're going to put those like that. That's our finished product. We're going to have burgers tomorrow. What do you guys think?
They look delicious, Roger.
Looks good.
My mouth is just watering right now watching this.
I know. Well, you're gonna have to wait 24 hours.
Looks super good already.
That's what we're gonna have. And thanks for Matt for filming, and thanks for Ruben here with me. I appreciate having these guys around. They're looking at this watering, and we're gonna try it out tomorrow. I hope it works out. All right.
Yeah, mouth they're watering big time, dude. That looks good already.
Well, stay with us, and we're gonna put this away for now, and we'll be back in tomorrow evening, and when we cook these up. Thumbs up. Okay, I wanted to jump in the middle of this here, maybe explain a little bit about what went on that afternoon right before we filmed the end part of the show, making our burgers. We had one of the biggest, craziest rainstorms I think I've ever been in, at least in the top 3 or 4. About an hour before we started cooking, we had 2.5 inches of rain in 45 minutes, and then a layer of hail on top of that, which created some problems with my outdoor kitchen. It was swamped. My stove I was going to cook with was drenched, so I had to change up my my heating options, and so I went to my buddy Ruben, and he had a burner that he uses for his 22-inch cooking disc. So I was able to use a different heat source, which I've never used before, and I was unable to use my cast iron grilling platter because it didn't fit on this heat source like I was hoping, so I had to use a 12-inch cast iron skillet, which I've never cooked these burgers on before. And between the altitude, it was 100% humidity, new heat source, different skillet, all these things that I had not planned on ended up being a contributing factor in the end of this. Now the burgers looked tremendous when they were done. They tasted tremendous. They didn't look like what I had planned. There should be a nice crispy bacon on one side and then the beef on the other side. Didn't quite turn out that way, but we all had them and they were simply delicious. Didn't get the look what I wanted, but the taste was definitely there. So just a little explanation, and I'll show a clip here coming up about what we dealt with. And then I hope you like the burgers. Try them out. They are super delicious. One of the best green chili bacon cheeseburgers I've ever had. The bacon's a little bit buried down in the chili or the cheese, but it's okay. It all came out really delicious at the end. I would suggest if you get a chance, try this. Try it at home and get a feel of what you're doing before you make it out on the campsite. So here we go. We'll continue on. Check out this clip of rain and hail, and after that we'll jump back into the cooking portion of this video. Thank you for watching. Okay, it's Sunday and we're going to cook our burgers. We've had a little bit of a challenge today, I gotta say, because we've had 2.5 inches of rain in about a period of 45 minutes along with hail, and so I'm not able to cook out here where I wanted to cook on the table, so we had to kind of bring everything inside under the canopy, and it's still coming down. So we're going to make do with the best we can, and we're going to get started and cook up these burgers. Green chili bacon cheeseburgers, knynmanrog style. Alright, so what we do, instead of cooking on the stove out there underwater, we're going to cook on a burner that's meant for a discata tray or a huge pan for like a seafood boil. But my cast iron skillet manages to fit perfectly on it, just like it was made for it. So we're going to adjust to that. We're going to come inside and cook underneath the canopy. So we have our burgers, and they've been there for 24 hours. So we're gonna take these things out and we're gonna put them on the stove. The stove has already cooked some bacon. We cooked bacon in it to give it a little bit of grease, and we're gonna cook these burgers in the frying pan. And this is not something you can cook on a grill, because it would just fall apart when you did that. So you need to cook on a good non-stick surface, and our cast iron skillet is the perfect item to use. So we're going to take these things, and I'm going to kind of just drop them off right onto the skillet, kind of like that. And I'm going to leave it in the ring for a little bit so it has a chance to cook. And there's 3 of us, so we're going to do 3 of these. It really helps to let them set overnight in a cooler. It helps everything set and makes it easier to get started. Alright, and we are off and rolling. Now, these things are going to probably need to cook for about, I'm going to say 8 or 9 minutes. On the bacon side, we have the bacon side down, and we're going to cook the bacon, and we're going to give it 7 or 8, 9 minutes. We're going to look at it, and then after that, we're going to flip it one time and let the beef cook, and we will have our bacon green chili cheeseburgers. And of course, I always mention it when we're cooking outside and in the mountains. Higher elevation changes the way things cook, and we've dealt with that before at higher elevations. We're a little over 8,000 feet, which is pretty good, and so things take a little longer to cook. It takes a little longer for things to heat up, but So we got these things cooking. We're going to let them cook for a little bit. So hang with us and we'll be right back and show you what we're doing. Right on. All right, we're about 4 minutes into our cooking. We're going to probably give it another 3 minutes or so. And we've been moving our ring around, and so everything's not sticking. And we got a little bit of blue cheese running out the bottom. That's fine. Makes it all delicious. So we're going to let it cook for a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna use this plunger to push through and draw the ring off, and then we'll flip it and we'll finish it off on the beef side. So we got a couple more minutes, and we're going to flip these bad boys. It smells delicious. If you could only smell what I'm smelling, yeah, it smells good. Hang with us, we'll show you the end. Okay, well, we're at that point, I think, where we can probably take these burgers and flip them, but before we do that, we're going to push them through the ring, and I got gloves on because these rings are like blistering hot. So we're going to take it, and we're going to just push it off and lift the ring on the outside, just like that. And we'll go to number 2. Oh yeah, if you could only smell what I'm smelling. And with number 3. Look at that juice ease out. Sorry, Ruben, I don't mean to get in front of you.
You're good, buddy.
All right, looking good. Looking good. I think it's about time we can take these things and flip them. So that's what we're going to do next. Like this. And I hope they turn out as good as they did at home. It's falling apart, but we still got bacon on it. The cooking conditions out here are just more than a little bit difficult. Let's see, we're going to get the next one. Yeah, it's a little messy, and it takes a little bit of practice, and I'm not cooking on my normal stove, so I think this thing maybe got a little bit hotter than I'm used to. So I think I've butchered them enough. We're going to let it sit like that. We're going to let it cook for a few minutes, and then we're going to pull them off. Throw them on some buns and eat the way they are. Not perfect, but here you go. This is what we got. We're going to show you what that looks like at the end here. Hang with us. No, it's all right. I can't hold on to the hand. Look at that. Okay, so that's what we got. It's not perfect. The bacon isn't all there, but I have a little bacon on the side that we can throw on there. But that's my green chili bacon cheeseburger. Kind of sort of a little bit minus the bacon, but that's okay. It looks really, really good. So there's that one. Let's do Reuben. All right, let's get Reuben set up here. I'm going to reach in front of the camera here. And was it right there?
Yes, sir.
So we'll put some of this good stuff on top of it here. Or green chili. That looks good. All right.
That looks really good.
Got one more here. Thank you, Reuben. I want to thank these guys for helping me out today on Outdoor Cooking Adventures. Thanks to Matt for always helping me film, and I appreciate that. And I always appreciate having Reuben around with us and enjoying the food and enjoy his company. So look at that. Okay. All right. Well, hang with us and we'll show you what it looks like all put together. We're going to have a bite.
Good taste.
Yeah. It was a worthy project.
Oh. That's amazing.
Yeah? All right.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad
Shelf.
you guys like it. Cool.
Cheese, bacon, like all the flavor there. That's spot on.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I'm glad you guys like it.
Thank you, Roger.
We're going to put this out.
Yeah, thank you, man.
We had a crazy rain here this afternoon, and I wasn't even sure if we were going to finish this off. We literally had water running through our camp and our tent. But we got it done, and the rain stopped, and it looks like things are good, and got some good food going. So thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, give me a thumbs up, and I appreciate that. And
Try out the recipe.
got to check it out. Stay tuned for the next outdoor cooking adventures with me, Canyon Rog, and probably Matt. Matt's usually around too, so thank you, brother. Thank you, Ruben, for being with me. All right, had a great time.